Yo, Bone Army coming at ya. Today, I want to talk about why this moment right here, right now, could be the most important window we've had in the entire Shiba Inu journey, and why missing it could mean waiting another 4 years for a chance this early. All right, so the market setup, fam. Bitcoin is moving towards price discovery, and ETH is lining up for its breakout. History shows that when ETH cracks an all-time high, it unleashes a tidal wave. Altcoin season. And guess what? The calendar is lining up. This month looks like Altcoin Month. This is when capital rotates, when smaller caps pump harder, and when ecosystems with real utility finally start to get a little recognition. All right, with that said, I do want to show you, like I said, this blockchaincenter.net altcoin index. Okay, as you guys can see, it is not altcoin season. It's not altcoin season. All right, 61. For it to be altcoin season, we need the altcoin season index to be at 75. Now, what it is, though, is it's altcoin month. So at least there is some kind of alignment happening. You guys know that I already predicted the next 3 FOMC meetings are going to generate cuts. You guys saw Jerome Powell talking about the digitization of treasuries, Ondo talking about the digitization, and RWA in terms of stocks. Okay, so everything is lining up. You guys see the World Liberty Financial Trump situation, the Trump coin, Bitcoin as treasuries, everything is lining up. All right, with that said, I do want to show you this crypto Marxist account. Why? Because before I show you the current chart, I did want to show you this. The one thing I messed up on was actually that I didn't show the actual date. This is the 5th. This right here is the 5th, okay? And when was this from? I'm not even sure when it was from. But actually, it's not even important when it's from, because I just wanted to show you that, once again, how early it was before we're even here touching this altcoin season mark that I'm talking about. All right, now let's go ahead and go to the latest one, which actually shows start of altcoin month. Showed you guys where it was at. And if you actually look at the trajectory of it, it's looking quite accurate. Now, once again, September 5th, down here, you can see it, September 5th, altcoin season starts. Bone Army, I put my name on it. I went ahead and said it because I believe that this is what the charts are lining up to tell us. Could there be an altcoin season starting soon? Well, let's go ahead and check out some more of these charts. Now, the main chart is we're catching the Bitcoin one. So now this is the latest updated. So you have start of altcoin month. And if you actually see the start of altcoin month, okay, which is here, I'm gonna bring this down because it was the 29th or so. Bring it down right here. Boom. From this moment, look at this. Look at this. If you were to enter right there, boom, little fake out. They're cleaning out liquidity. Bop. Coming up. Now, this is a point of interest. In fact, I would move it right here. Right here. This whole little section, because what could happen? Look, it could, first of all, this is still resistance. This trend line is still resistance. Now, what we actually need is this to break resistance, obviously flipping it. And if you see, I'm talking about flipping, right? Now, let's go ahead, go back to the, oh, I just closed the X. Damn it. Shit. All right, let me see if I can come through here. Hold up. Hold up. Let me see if I can open it right here. Hopefully it don't mess anything up. Damn. All right, anyways, the point I was going to show you guys, and let me see if I can do it through another coin. The point I was going to show you was that same point is where I have it. So here, before I even get over there, but here, let me just see if it works over here. Sorry, my bad on people. That's just what it is. Just what it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and quickly come over to this right here. 1 second, doing this literally as if I was live, but here it is. Back to this. All right, and also if you haven't already followed this crypto Marxist situation, go ahead and do that. But here it is. So if you see the one September 1st, it says Bone Army warp speed initiated. Hang on, I mean hodl on. Altcoin month is here. Video out soon. Subscribe, right? This was September 1st, right? I'm late on this video, but it's still checked out. Now, if you come over here to the media, then you come over to this one, which is the one I was showing you at first. Now, what does it say right there? It says Bone Army analysis flip into altcoin season. Okay, I know. It's kind of crazy to just put it out there because I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, I don't care. That's what the chart is showing me. Now, does that mean that 100% it's gonna just explode up here and it's the flip? No, it don't mean that. In fact, Bitcoin and everything else could actually, I told you guys during my live, could actually touch $100,000 still. And I hate to say that because I want to keep it bullish, but I want you guys to get the full analysis. And here it is. So that right there. Now let's come back over here now that I showed you the flip. And the reason it's different is because, in fact, I'm going to keep it 100. I started this video about 3-4 different times. So I went ahead, set it up, right? And then computer started bugging out. Next thing, set it up. I start recording. The Dex tool starts bugging out. Then I get it to work, start it again. And then all this writing, start of altcoin month, start of altcoin season, Bone Army, all that was gone. Okay, so even though you guys could see it was on there, if you check, once again, sorry to make this video about this now, but it is a little annoying. So you see how this says Bone Army analysis flip into altcoin season, okay? Then the one after that says something different. Look, it says start of altcoin month, and it says like altcoin season starts, Bone Army. Okay, so you see that? And then what's the last one right now? This is the last one because I had to, this is the how many times I had to redo it. So basically now it says start of altcoin month, and then this one says start of altcoin season. So instead of flip, which I could put, honestly, but the whole point of me bringing this up and the reason I'm rambling on this particular point for you geeks out there is because this right here, this is the, in fact, you know what? I might as well just do it. I'm going to do it for you guys. This part right here, bro, what is going on here? This part right over here is the most important part. This is the most important part, okay? Can it come down and dip all the way back down? Absolutely. It could still, that's why I ended up adjusting it. That I ended up doing. Of course, it could dip under there, but for the most part, this right here, in my opinion, is when the actual flip is going to happen. But this is a confluence of different trend lines coming together, a particular breakout about to occur. And what I'm telling you is even before it gets to the 5th, right now we're on the 3rd, even before it gets to the 5th, this could break down and then absolutely spike up close to, I don't want to say a God candle, but literally 5, 6, maybe even $10,000 in one shot. Why? Because like I told you, the next 3 Fed cuts are coming. I want you guys to understand that. Now, with all of that said, and with the whole capital rotating, how smaller caps pump harder during this time, and of course, ecosystems with real utility like this start to move, I do want to tell you about what? About the Shiba Inu ecosystem and why it's an advantage to you guys. If you don't know who I am Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, aka Crypto Nostradamus, coming at you, letting you guys know that in my opinion, this is not financial advice. Once again, not telling you what to do, just telling you what I would do if I was you, literally telling you what I'm doing and telling you what I'm telling everybody that I know to do. All right. You either jump on the boat or you're going to miss the boat. All right. You either wake up early, you get the worm, or you miss the worm. You either get your bags loaded. You either buy your ticket to this rocket ship that's about to take off to the moon, as they say stereotypically in this space, or you're going to miss it. And if you miss it, you're going to have to wait 4 more years. And hopefully you're able to capture at least some of your investment back at a high, hopefully multiple X's, 10, 20, 50, 100 X's, 1,000 X's for you guys. I wish you the most luck, 10,000 X's. Point is, make sure that you guys take your profits as well. Do not round trip this one, okay? With that said, of course, I'm going to start with what? I'm going to start with Shiba Inu. All right. If you don't know about Shiba Inu honestly is like the core. It's like the community. It's the brand. It's the global recognition. It is basically the apex of meme coins right now. Number 1 meme coin on Ethereum. Major leaguer. Okay. None of these fudding tokens that can barely run one project. No, we're talking about a multi-coin, multi-blockchain, multi-faceted ecosystem that, first of all, has tokens with utility to begin with. It has a technology stack, which is the SHIB OS technology stack. It has a blockchain, which is Shibarium. It has a Shiba state location called the metaverse, the SHIB metaverse, my people. And of course, that's just the beginning, because they are making, once again, the first decentralized nation state in digital social format. Okay. All right. I know that's a lot, but let's go ahead and check out the chart. I'm going to let you know what I think. Of course, I am not going to cap you. Do I believe that Shiba Inu can go to 1 penny? Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't let people FUD you out of your bags. First of all, it's called tokenomics. I have a bunch of videos explaining why. It does not mean that Shiba Inu has to reach $100 trillion market cap and this and that in real liquid. No, we're talking about total market cap, which is different from market cap. And of course, we're talking about a hyper deflationary ecosystem. All right, don't mean to ramble on, but Altcoin Month is here. And if you don't see this chart, big mountain, boom. Smaller mountain, boom. Even smaller mountain, boom. Tinier mountain, hill. And look, molehill. And this right here is basically, look at this. It's like it's going to coil. It's going to, in fact, if you don't see it, I'm going to just quickly hit this for you guys. I don't want this video to be long, but I haven't done a video for some of you guys in a while. Do want to apologize. You guys know, going through a lot of stuff with my family's health, from my parents to XYZ. All right. So luckily I'm good. So don't worry about me. I'm going to keep going regardless, even if I have to knock these videos out from a hospital bed. You feel me? But with that said, you see this chart. I literally did this live for you guys, or not live, but I'm doing it as I talk. This was not scripted. And you guys can see that this right here is ready for a breakout. And you see, doesn't mean it's going to happen the 5th. Doesn't even mean it's going to happen the 8th. It just means that sometime right here, this is at the end of the coil. And the more this coils begins to uncoil, okay, keep in mind, the longer it coils, the more explosive it's going to be. It's not just going to be a quick little bop. No, it's going to be an explosion, like bink, bink to maybe here, and then who knows where else, okay, depending on liquidity. And I did tell you guys already, if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. But what I was going to tell you is that I've already done the video regarding Shiba Inu and how I believe Shiba Inu is going to be an ETF. So if you think that I might be right, I highly suggest you jump on it before it actually becomes an ETF. And BlackRock, Blackstone, Vanguard, State Street, all these greedy mother effers start getting good positions that do belong to those of you that move. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and hit the very next one. If you don't know about this one right here is the native token. It's Bone. Bone is the gas and governance coin, I should say, of Shibarium, the blockchain I just told you about, literally powering the entire blockchain ecosystem, metaverse, etc. Staking with liquid staking from different platforms coming up right now, KNINE, Future, Unification, and others. So just putting that out there for you guys. Of course, you know I go by Bone Army for a reason, and the reason I do rock with Bone is that it is limited. There's only 250 million Bone, and I do believe that Bone is going to be at least $1, at least $5. All right, it's only 16 cents right now. All right, if I told you for every 16 cents you give me, I'm gonna give you $1. Like, think about that. That's crazy. Of course, easy. That's an easy 5-6x anytime. Give it to me now. But what if I told you it's gonna be worth $10? What if I told you, don't forget, even at this price, you don't even have to hit $100. You don't even have to hit $100. It's only 0.1605, 16 cents. At $16, it's actually a 100x. Just putting it out there for you guys if you understand and recognize the value. This one too, I saw it going down, and it is definitely looking like it's ready to also bang out one here. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go ahead and just hit this real quick. Sorry I'm going so long on this video, but just want to hit you guys with a quick one, let you know that these are getting ready to absolutely move. All right, so make sure that you guys capture these. Not financial advice, but not telling you what to do, but I am telling you to do what I would do if I was you, and I'm literally telling you what I'm doing. So if you recognize that, then I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. I'll hit these trend lines right here for you guys. All right, look at this. Look at this. All right, here. Let me just move this over a little bit. Bop. Hit this one over here with a little bop. See what I mean? Look at these, my people. Look at this. Look at this. 14th, September 14th. Keep in mind, like I told you guys earlier with Bitcoin too, just because I'm telling you this is an area, or just because I told you this right here is an area of interest, for sure, start of Altcoin Month. We are in Altcoin Month, and I called that one. All right, no doubt about this one. We're there already. It's Altcoin Month. Position yourself. Next is definitely going to be altcoin season, so make sure that you are positioned. But what I'm telling you is that just because I'm focused on this, and I do believe that this is definitely going to challenge this resistance line, and eventually I think it might even explode past it. What I'm telling you also is this, that it could definitely come down here and bounce around here, because between this and this is when I'm expecting altcoin. I'm telling you, the start of altcoin season is most likely around here, September 5th. So I'm expecting a lot of these tokens to start moving, especially if Bitcoin starts losing dominance. All right, cool. With that, you already know, Bone, I believe, is eventually going to reach $100. Let me just throw it out there. In fact, I believe 100%, because of the tokenomics, it will eventually hit $160.40. So why did I say that price? Because based on this right now at 16 cents, if it does eventually reach $160.40, really 30 cents, you are literally looking at a 1000x, a 1000x. All right, there isn't much I can tell you if you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. But if you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you, go ahead and just hit that sub, hit that like button up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent, and that way you can actually become familiar with some of this stuff. Now, what I'm gonna tell you about the next token, as some of you guys know, there was a little bit of a snafu. Yeah, we'll call it a snafu, but basically there is an old dev which is triggering some tokens to be released from Leash. And Leash is the access token, VIP utility, metaverse staking, rewards, and exclusivity in terms of even minting NFTs, the metaverse lands, and the biggest rewards when it comes to staking on Shiba Swap. And I don't know the rewards on SHIB.io, but it normally is the most rewarding one. So with that said, I did want to let you know that there was that situation, and normally there's only 107 tokens, but because of what's going on right now, there is actually, I haven't even checked this out yet, but last time I checked there was like over 600. Shit. So there's actually 700. There's literally 724,194 tokens. Now, what I'm gonna tell you is there is going to be development. I'm not sure if the latest article came out from Cal or the team Shiba Inu's blog, but what I'm gonna tell you is this: you're gonna be able to get your tokens back to 107. Don't let this FUD you out. That's what people want to say. That's what people want to do. They want to FUD you out. They want you to sell. A lot of people are envious. All right, that's just the truth. They don't have a good play. They've been rugged left and right. So what makes them feel good? Hoping that other people get rugged. Hoping that other people take losses. Why? Because that way they don't feel like they're the only ones making dumbass mistakes. But that's why I'm here letting you know, do not get FUDed out of this. If you sold some tokens, you can buy them back. It's all right. No big deal. That's what they said. And if you're still holding them like me, well, you'll be able to trade them off into the new Doge Killer, okay, or Leash. I think we should leave Doge Killer here, honestly, and maybe hit well, I don't know, whatever they decide. My point is 107,000 was the token amount, the circulating supply. At this point, what I was advocating for is 100,000. 100,000. Let's just cut it down to 100,000. All right, let it start working its way down. But I know why they have the 7,000, honestly. I think it's to give a little leeway for the metaverse so that it doesn't get too expensive too early. But that's just my theory. All right, with that said, if you still have your tokens, like I said, you will be able to burn or trade token for token based on the ratio for the version 2 Leash, okay? And of course, like I told you, this one's a banger, all right? Do not get FUDed out of this one, all right? Last but not least is Treat, all right? I don't even know if I have Treat up. Let me see, Treat. If I don't have it, all I'm gonna tell you is that Treat is probably second to Bone in terms of utility. All right, Treat is definitely one of those tokens that you have to pay attention to, because if you don't, you're gonna miss the fact that not only is it a utility token, but it is a gas token. That's right, Shiba Inu Treat. And make sure you get Shiba Inu Treat, because there is a fake Treat that low-key looks better than Shiba Inu Treat, but it was put out there by a bunch of scammers. Some of them were in the unification chat too. All right, so I do remember that. All right, one in particular, Lord Gaudi was his name. That fool was a big ass scammer, always promoting all these fake tokens, saying that they were authentic, that they're early, this and that. Do not fall for those scams. All right, with that said, you see that right now it's looking like it also wants to move up. Boom. All right, keep in mind it's only at a 1.2 $37 million market cap with a $15.05 million total market cap. And you guys know, like I tell you, be aware of these ratios, because at the end of the day, that means that this one technically should lose. I'm not telling you not to buy it. I myself got a little bit of it, but my point is that this one should technically lose most likely a zero based on how much is released over time. And if not a zero, it's going to at least dip to half minimum, which is about 107. That's my personal. No, it has to be dip below that. Yeah, it's got to be like 0.2 or 3 is what this is going to be once they're released. All right. So of course, don't take my word for that. I'm only guessing on that. But I did want to also let you know that Shiba Inu tree is part of the ecosystem. The last token of the ecosystem is SHI, and it hasn't been released. But when it is released, you best believe that thing is going to be one of the most valuable tokens in not only the meme space, but in the entire world, pegged to 1 cent, bringing utility to the entire world. And it's going to definitely be competing with a lot of these stable coins, having a unique background and decentralized community that's going to be pushing it. All right. So with that, we'll see what happens with this. If it dips right now, technically this space that it's in, it should technically move past that and shoot up. I'm going to keep it 100. Every time it touches this, it normally shoots up. Look at it, boop, boop, when it breaks past that. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, my peoples. Once again, Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. I hope you guys got some value from this. Sorry I went so long, but I did have to let you guys know what I believe. I told you it is the start of Altcoin Month. Told you from before, letting you guys know that it is about to be the start of altcoin season, in my opinion. And I believe that the beginning of the start of altcoin season's potential is September 5th, especially if there's a breakout, or if the Fed confirms they're cutting rates, then you already know. So with that said, as I like to say, I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army. Happy Wu-Tang Wednesday for those of you that know what up with the Wu-Tang. So I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army, we're Bone Army. Appreciate y'all. You know what to do, my people. Don't forget to do what I told you to do. I'm out. Doses.